So you can use KAP for your spiritual development and your spiritual journey. Now I want to talk about a period before you awakened. So if you're new to spirituality, then this is for you. So let's say just living your normal life and you start to read Eckhart Tolle books. You start to hear teachers of non-duality, about being present, about consciousness, about feeling good, transcending the human experience, having peace of mind, having a heart full of love, all those qualities, right? It all sounds so appealing. But how do you get there? There are many ways and methods to achieve those states, right? But in the beginning, we're so used to mentally chase after ideas, right? So we have a certain kind of experience, we have previous lifetime experience, and we're dissatisfied with it. We don't like what we've had so far and we want to change something. So then we see something that is presented to us as something desirable, something better than we had, something that we need. So what do? We invest our time and energy into the source, right? So either you start going to retreats, you start doing meditations, you start listening to all these talks, and you load up on this new information. With this new information, you're creating like a blueprint of who you want to become, how you should be, how you need to change to be. So you have to be patient, you have to let things go, you have to be present in your body, you have to transcend it all, you have to be happy all the time or loving all the time, or you have to be a good person who does more of the good things, almost like becoming a perfect human being, right? Because I guess that's what we project in a sense on people who are spiritually enlightened or they're developed, like the perfect human being. So the trap is, when that happens, it's all mental. Like the whole process is happening mentally. So it's all in your head, and your head, like a computer, is trying to use the new data to enhance the old data, right? It's not necessarily interested in complete transformation. It's interested in changing the experience from bad to good, from lack to abundance, right? But it's not really interested in changing the core programming, the core identity, the source of who you are, right? It's not about that. It's just about, living life in a good way, enjoying life. So when you start to do KAP, what's really great about it is that in the initial 3, 4, 5 sessions, you may not experience a lot, but after that, your energy, your kundalini energy becomes activated. The moment your kundalini energy becomes activated, you will notice a lot of things happening in your life, because all of a sudden, your spiritual process goes from mental to energetic, because the energy is awoken. And when the energy awakens, it arises, right? When it rises, stored up data in all your chakra points are released, right? Unconscious material, because it's seeking balance, it's seeking a perfect flow, right? And so it's unloading, unburdening, step by step, whatever you're ready for, step by step, so that there's balance there, balance there, and you go up and up and up and up. It's very progressive or gradual, I suppose, but there are many different experiences with this kind of process. So it's no one size fits all. So the moment your energy is awakened, your whole process becomes energetic. You will notice that when you start to do meditations, they will become energetically alive, like there will be an electricity to them. They will be charged with this, with feelings, with visions, with energy, with experience. Like, I remember before I had my awakening, when I was doing any kind of meditation, it was just me using my imagination to create some kind of imaginary circumstance and, you know, make myself believe or hypnotize myself into that state. And it works, but it's very ephemeral, it's temporary, it doesn't last. You have to keep it up, you have to keep doing it. And you're still trapped in your mental center. You're just thinking, relating to everything from your mental center. And you're contextualizing everything constantly, right? It's always conclusion about this, conclusion about that, conclusion. When the energy becomes alive and it starts to embody your body, what happens is the energy will start to guide you, and it will start to, let's say, allow you to experience different dimensions of life. So you will start to be more sensitive to nature, more sensitive to people, more sensitive to emotions. You will start to feel more sensitive to energy, to the vibes of people. Like there are some people who can take over energy from others because they're very empathic or they're very open. You will also start to release a lot of, let's say, unconscious patterns, and you will be more cognizant of them. Like all of a sudden, I'm way more aggressive, or I'm way more frustrated, or I'm way, because it's amplified, right? And it's like the energy is inviting you to become aware of that process and to work it out, to release it. Now, your meditations will become better, they will become alive, and every meditation that you do when your energy is active, it will be more, let's say, experiential, and it will have not per se a meaning, but it will have a shift, or it will cause something in you to shift, like either an insight or realization, or I don't want to use the word meaning, but the meditations will have energetic value, energetic change in you. Now, the moment you start to do this, there's a lot of options, because then it's advisable to find a teacher that will help you through this process, because the purpose of the Kundalini rising, right, is to activate all your chakras, so there's alignment, and to embody your body, and to realize your true identity, right? To release everything that is false in you, and to realize what is truth, and to live from that truth. And after that, apparently, the Kundalini energy becomes dormant again, because it's mostly just doing a rewiring process to become who you really are. So you will notice that it will guide you towards things, like you will feel strong intuitive desire to go to certain things. Also, your sexuality will open quite a lot. If you've been sexually repressed or closed off, all of a sudden you will have this intense urge to explore all dimensions of it. And it's it's very fun, and it's very deep. But yeah, I would advise to find some kind of guide or a teacher that you can work with, because it will help you to relate. It will help you to understand what's happening, because you still have the mental, but even the mental, you will notice that when the energy is really active, you will feel a distance from thoughts and from the body. You will have like somehow like these experiences where you feel like thoughts are happening, but I'm not thinking them, or the body is there, but it's like the body has also its own functioning, its own programming, and you realize like I'm something different than the body or the mind. Now, when you go to KAP, for me it's almost like it's replacing the teacher, because it allows you to go into sessions with people, so you're in a social gathering, you're not isolating yourself, you're not withdrawing, you're in a social gathering of people who are all there to heal, to change, to transform, to go deeper into themselves, to align themselves. And the moment you get a session, there's a realignment. The non-dual energy from KAP, it allows your own energy to release. It facilitates a kind of space where your own process can go deeper, or something can be released, something can be seen through, something can be realized, something can be all of a sudden something deeper emerges, like a purpose, like a new path, like a new context about life, like all these things start to be realigned. And I think this is really great because I don't think everybody should go to an ashram or to stay with a teacher to really go out that path. But I think if you do KAP regularly, you're actually able to have like those little nudges, and to have those little leaps, or to have those little readjustments that allow you to not stagnate in your process, to keep moving in your progress. And what do I mean by progress? Because you see, your body and your mind, since you were a child, since you were born, they're all conditioned, programmed by society, by the parents, by our ancestor lines, by karma, whatever. It's all information stored in our body, in our own brain, and energetic body, emotional body, causal body, all of that. And if that's all there, that is what is running you. Your freedom is equal to the possibilities that you have. So you can only be as free as your conditioning allows you to be. You can be pure love, you can be pure awareness, but if your conditioning doesn't allow you to be free, you're not going to experience it. It's going to be limited. And so if you don't, let's say, commit to a teacher or a path, or you don't work with modalities like KAP or something, you can just be stuck in this stagnating process where your kundalini is trying to rise, or it's trying to make these processes happen, and your mind, your conditioned mind, is going to react to it. What is happening? Why do I feel like this? Why am I not feeling like I was feeling before? Why is this? It's you understand? It will flip out. You'll be confused. So I think KAP is an amazing tool for your spiritual progress. When I started to do KAP, a lot of things shifted for me. Purpose, context, relationships, and also a lot of healing happened. Personal healing, relationship healing, healing of ancestor lines, healing of my own shadows. I was also, after each KAP session, I felt drawn towards certain other modalities because I felt something there is calling me. Something, this is very important. If you go through any process, if you just commit to any process, whatever process it is, by going through the process, you will get a result. You will get something out of it. It's never wasted. And so I was drawn to some kind of processes, and then, my mind, what it did? It said, you shouldn't be doing that. Right? It costs money. I don't want to go there. It gives all these kind of reasons why you shouldn't do things or should do things. But there is this small voice inside that's saying, maybe you should go there, without justifying itself. It's like your inner voice, your intuition. And so I went, and in meditations, I kept seeing it over and over. So I was, okay, I'll experiment. And you know what? While I was in those new experiences, in those new processes, I realized this is exactly what I need. This is exactly what I need to integrate more of myself, to go further into myself, to go deeper, to go beyond where I was stuck, because your experience expands. And when your experience expands, your boundaries of what you believe is possible also expand. So you keep extending those boundaries, and at a certain point, well, that's for you to find out. Thank you very much for this time together. May you all enjoy happiness and the root of happiness.